Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Into the Den. Uh, no guitar today, because I'm not gonna lie, I'm a little bit burnt out. Just a little bit burnt out because I have spent the past 2 days at the Boston Bruins Winter Classic community plaza thing, and let me tell you, this was fun. This was fun. And the game itself today, again, the 4-3 loss to the Buffalo Sabres in overtime. Not fun. Not a fun time. But the festival, oh my god, the festival. This is mostly just going to be this video is mostly just going to be me recapping what I uh, my time at the plaza, because honestly, this was so much fun, and even though we lost today, it these past 2 days were just a massive win for me. So yesterday I get there in line at I get there in line at Boston City Hall at like 12:30 or so. It's uh, uh, and even though there's still an hour and a half before open, and the line is all the way from like the end of government center all the way up to all the way up to City Hall. Now, over the last hour or so, I get over the last hour of the game, over the last hour or so of waiting in line for this to actually happen, and I end up meeting up with I end up becoming like the anchor point of some of my friends from the Bruin side of Twitter on my to just be closer to the interest interest. Hannah, Ash, Mercy, Liv, Lex. If any of you guys are watching, hi, hello. Oh, it was so fun to meet up with you guys. But anyway, 2 o'clock hits. We're slowly pouring in towards the entrance, uh, and little did we know that the autograph station had like barely any security, and this was the only day that this is the only day that like the current players were able to be there, today was the because today was the it was the game against the Sabres, and I promise we will get to that. I promise we will get to that. So there were two current players that were there. Charlie Coyle and Trent Frederick. Uh, Coyle's autograph time was supposed to be from like 2 to 3, I guess. And but like right at the gate, since there was barely any security, he just got immediately swamped, right um, right off the bat, to where they had to cut off autographs from him at 2:17. And so from there, I'm basically sitting in line for the next hour 45 to get up to the front and with my friends to get to a signing with Trent Frederick. So while we were in line, we found a local legend, if you will, the man who wears the iconic. It's not showing up against the glare. There it is. Picture of me with the man wearing the iconic "I love boob" 69 in jersey. We we also got him to hold our place in line, because he was the because because he was actually a family friend of Hannah, is at Baby Bird Chief 37 on Twitter. She makes amazing art of Bruins players. There's one of them even made it into the Museum of Fine Arts in Boston, which is pretty cool. But he held our place in line for us to take a picture with Jillian Dempsey of the Boston Pride. Here's me getting a picture with Trent Frederick. This right here is the puck that he signed. During this time, Hannah was also was also going to the Stanley Cup line, and so here's me with the Stanley Cup. Here's me just smiling, holding Lord Stanley. I gotta be honest, I never expected in my life to ever get a chance of holding up the Stanley Cup, but now I've done it, and it feels. I mean, for one, it's heavy, but it's still just amazing. It's an amazing feeling, to be honest. And then today I ended up getting puck signed by Rick Middleton, and the one that I have right here is signed by Ray Bourque. After 22 years, the event itself was really fun. There were a few things that were just kind of not great, especially the fact that pretty much everything there was ultimately there was just not enough to do there, so it ended up just turning into hey, let's wait in the line for an hour for this one thing. But other than that, the plaza, the Boston Bruins Winter Classic Plaza for 2023, fantastic. Now, let's talk about what you're all here for. Bruins lose 4-3 in overtime, making this the first time that they've lost in overtime proper in the making this the first time that they've lost in overtime proper in the season to, of all teams, the freaking Buffalo Sabres. Now let's just be fair. Buffalo is a good team. Buffalo is, or at least they are far from a bad team. Rasmus Dahlin and Owen Power are combined for one of the deadliest defensive pairings in the league, and on top of that, Tage Thompson is, oh my god, freaking my eyes turn into plates the second he hits the ice, because the things that he can do at 6'7" are insane. But the Bruins, we're at the top of the entire league. We should be fine. Crap game incoming. The Bruins come out of the gate in this one, and puck drop. Anyway, the Bruins start this game looking exactly how they should in a game against the Sabres. In that, they look like they're giving them a hard time. They're Ukko-Pekka Luukkonen is having to stand on his head, and Rasmus Dahlin and Owen Power are both having to work overtime, and our goalie Jeremy Swayman is stopping everything that comes his way. And what's actually kind of funny is I pretty much predicted the first two periods to go exactly the way that they happened. And I predicted that Pasta would score on the power play, doing Pasta things, players passing around, kind of making Pasta look invisible, and then just pass it to him, and he's got the wide open look. Pasta scores. There's 27th goal of the season for. And then I predicted Tage Thompson to tie up the game at 1 near the end of the period. And by the way, Tage Thompson's thing is like that. Tage Thompson's thing is pretty much just it's the Peter Forsberg shootout thing of going all the way to one side of puck handling, and then drive the goalie all the way out to one side get the puck to the center of the goal of the crease, and then just tap it in so that it just glides into the net. That's basically Tage Thompson thing is basically that, except it's puck handling the entire way through. Oh, and he's able to do that because, as Jack Edwards says, his arm span is the length of a rear beat. After watching the highlights, I realized that Pasternak didn't score on the power play, so oops, my bad. He scored on 5-on-5. That's okay as long as he scored. Anyway, I predicted furthermore that Alex Tuck would end up tying the game would end up putting the Sabres up at 2 to in the second period, and that would be the only goal scored in the second. And now this is where it deviates, because I predict that from here, Pasta scores 3 more goals. Pasta scores 2 more goals, and Krejci ends up scoring the fourth one, and to put the Bruins up 4-2. Sabres pull Ukko-Pekka Luukkonen, and with like 5 minutes left, they end up scoring a 6-on-5 goal. But it's not enough to. But they don't score another one, and the Bruins end up winning 4-3. Anyway, Alex Tuck scores on the breakaway. On a breakaway. Why is our defense playing that far up? I swear to God, our team always plays worse in front of Swayman. Anyway, Alex Tuck ends up scoring on a breakaway. A little bit later, Connor Clifton and Peyton Krebs get into it. That's 5 fighting in each of them. But oh my God, Clifton. Chef's kiss of a fight there. He beat the shit. Anyway, third period, puck drops, and again, and the Bruins 5 minutes in on the power play. Marchand sniffs the puck out of the boards and kicks it back into Bergeron, who's right at the right face off dot, and he just blasts on and that past Luukkonen and to tie the game at 2. And then the Bruins going up 3 is just amazing. And McAvoy from pretty much to the goal line passes up to Pasternak at the blue line, and then Marchand, who's just coming onto the ice, is like just jumped over the boards and takes the puck from floating around the neutral zone, jets it to the net and pots it, putting the Bruins up 3-2. And then afterwards, we get probably the point where I knew that even though we're up 3-2, we're not winning this game. And that is the 5-on-3. You have a 5-on-3. One of the men down is down for 4 minutes because he gave Carlo a gusher, the gusher of his life. And he's off the ice is after it, and you don't score. You do not score. It was beyond frustrating hearing that happen in the car. We have a 5-on-3. We have one of the best power plays in the league, and we're not and we're up 2 men instead of just 1, and we do not even score a goal. How? Now there are people that are going to want to put this game on Swayman, for letting in that trickler off of Dylan Cousins after the Sabres pulled the goalie. Which, hey, I got that prediction right, that they would score their third goal on an empty on a 6-on-5. And yes, that is definitely a goal that I want Swayman to have. But at the same time, I don't know. I just feel like Boston has been just a little bit too hard on Swayman. He's 24, second full year in the league. Yes, it's a play that you want to have stopped, but it's not. But it's not like he's completely just you can throw him in the dumpster. I see people talking all the time about wanting to bring in Kincaid up, and while I'm not opposed to the idea of bringing Keith Kincaid up, uh, I also think that you give him enough time, and you're going to want Swayman back. Now for overtime. Patrice Bergeron, I love him. He gets completely burnt by Dylan Cousins. Dylan Cousins just nabs the puck away from him, and jets it down the line with Alex Tuck as his trailer. His momentum carries his Bergeron and Marchand past pretty much the point of no return. Cousins dumps it off for Alex Tuck for Tuck. Tuck then scores the game winner. Not the way I wanted to end this year. Not the way I wanted to end in the year of 2022. And I know the Sabres are good. I know the Sabres are a great team. This shouldn't have happened. This team that prides itself on being one of the most hardworking and dedicated teams in the league should not be playing as if it rolled out of bed the wrong way. I don't think I've been as mad as I know that I'm probably exaggerating my frustration, but I don't think I've been as disappointed in the Bruins as I am right now. But it's fine. It's fine. Because the new year starts in like 7 hours. You can just put this one behind us and go right into next year with the what is it? We can go right into next year, have day off, and then kick off 2023 with a bang at the Winter Classic. And that is going to be it for today. For today's episode. Thank you all so much for watching. Down there is the like button. Right there is my YouTube channel. Is my channel. Go subscribe. Up there is my most recent video, and down there is my Twitch.tv and the link to Tampa Bay Thrive's donations. I will see you guys all on Monday. Take care.